Dr. Rashid, gentle ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having me here. The title of the speech says, "What are we having for soup today?" You will soon learn that at noon. But I wanted to go a little further and discuss a bit about the load of vitamin plastic you and I are getting every day. Help. Okay. So, taking from the SDG goals, talk a bit about life below water and responsible consumption and production. So this is the SDG goal 14, conserve and sustainably use the oceans and the seas, and then ensure sustainable consumption and production patterns. So also for you to make sure that you pay attention, I would like to have a small quiz with you and see whether you detect how you can relate what is in the speech to the ALIM Sustainability Development Goals. I talk only about two. In Dr. Rashid's Sustainable Development Goals, there are more. And please write them down on the back of your business card. That's a way for me to collect them. And the first prize is plastic and food inside real chocolate from Belgium. Very good for you and your dentist. How cute life once was at the oceans. And how harmonious it was. We would like to stay that forever. Unfortunately, I'm afraid we have reached the irreversible way that plastic is taking over. And why is plastic such a favorite? Well, it's highly versatile. You can use it for most anything which you see around you. It's moldable. It lends itself to be put in different forms. It is light in nature. It is cheap, and it's used everywhere. Medical devices, toothbrushes, everything you see around you, electric cars, spaceships, essential parts are made from plastic. But that's all good. The bad news is that it's too easy to dispose of. We just throw it away carelessly. You remember the time when things were romantic? Throwing a bottle in the sea with a message had only romantic and adventurous purposes. Now we have, I don't know whether anyone can tell me, billion, yes, or trillion it is. Trillion and one. One is for this piece of bottle which is still there because they keep on floating in the oceans. Unfortunately, it's not funny anymore. This is a real picture, and the poor bear, fortunately, was taken care of in a Russian zoo afterwards. We all know Ghana, we all know the coast, the Gold Coast that was said at the time. That's how the Gold Coast is looking right now. Unfortunately, there are too many examples of these coastlines. I don't want to go into all the types of plastic, but basically, you will see this number on the back. This is, for instance, polypropylene, number 5. And every plastic bag is supposed to, or every material from plastic is supposed to hold this. So we have 7 main types of plastics which you see whirling around. So it's interesting when you take a cup, you look at the back, when it's empty, of course, and then you may see what number of plastic you have. You may see it on the bottle. It's very interesting. For instance, I take number 5, polypropylene. It's a series of chains for the material people here in the room. You know that, of course, and you make so many things out of it. Food containers, wires, even carpets. Problem is, it's very hard to recycle. This is a very hard one to recycle in a circular economy because it's mixed with a variety of additives. Sometimes you don't know what the additives is because they are part of the secret of the company. The only thing we can do today is burn it end of cycle. So many things were invited by Belgians. Chocolate, we're also famous for our diamonds, but the man who invented plastic was called Mr. Leo Bakeland from Ghent, Belgium, and he migrated to the US to become a professor and to become very rich as well. He produced bakelite, that's a picture of the man, and when he was asked, because he was already rich in 1890, and they asked him, why are you still inventing things? He said, simply to become even richer. I mean, at least he was honest, right? No, that was his company, that was the logo, and as you see here, you recognize the people who did some mathematics, this is infinity. So he said it has an infinite number of applications. Later, his company, before the Second World War, was taken over by Union Carbide. Union Carbide was taken over by Dow, and now Dow has been taken over recently by DuPont. So his company still lives on. So, the other day I was visiting the Louvre in Abu Dhabi, and I wanted to have a quick bite. So what did I take for lunch? Here it is. Sorry, it was all in plastic. And then looking at it, here you see, as I said, you can see the numbers. So this is PET. This was another one, my fork, polystyrene. And here you have polypropylene. So already in this simple meal, I had to deal with 3 different types of plastics.